So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had to listen to Madrid fans try to tell us that this is the dawn of a new era under Alonso. That this season was going to be different. That this year was going to be their year. That this year they were finally going to go back to being at their best. And they started well. Won every single game in La Liga. Sometimes they were won convincingly. Sometimes they narrowly escaped. And sometimes they won controversially. But one thing that stayed the same was their fans kept on hyping them up, ladies and gentlemen. But here we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. On the big occasion, Madrid Derby, where you're playing against your biggest crosstown rivals. A game where if you win, you can definitely not only impress your team, show the world that this is the dawn of a new era, but also show your rivals why this season they should take you seriously. Well, Atletico Madrid 5. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Atletico Madrid 5. Real Madrid 2, ladies and gentlemen. Real Madrid didn't just lose this game. They didn't just get battered. No, ladies and gentlemen. They got their pants pulled down. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Xabi Alonso got the baptism of fire that he needed. I told you all. I told every single one of you. I'm not impressed. This is the same way they started last season. If you look at Madrid's start to last season, they weren't beaten all the way to Clásico. All the way till El Clásico, they did not lose a single game. Heck, Barcelona lost their first game before Real Madrid did. But when Barcelona came into town, when they finally got that big boy test in the league, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Pull their pants down. We exposed them. And today, ladies and gentlemen, Real Madrid are exposed. I knew this day was going to come. I knew this day was going to come. I was not impressed with this Madrid team. Okay? When they were not only escaping wins against teams like Sociedad, when they was not only getting wins against teams like Osasuna on the opening day with Fugazi pens, right? When they were not only beating teams like Mallorca. I was telling people, the moment they get a big boy team, a team that can make their defense work, they're gonna get exposed. I was telling people, I stood on my ground the whole time, never stood away from it. I told every single person that was willing to listen that they would finally be exposed. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here. This was the greatest hate watch probably I've had in years. Atletico Madrid don't usually win this big. I think the last time they won this big against Real Madrid, you would have to go all the way back to 10 years ago. Almost 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, since Real Madrid actually got battered by Atletico Madrid like this. I swear it was the 4-0 defeat in the El Clásico in 2016 was the last time they lost this heavy to Atletico. But look at the performance today, right? What a game today by Atleti. Atletico have had a slow start to their season, but today they came back to life today. And look at this. Look at the squad that Real Madrid went with today. I'm going to be very honest, guys. That is their best 11. If we're going to be honest, that lineup that you see right there, that is Madrid's best starting 11 right there on paper. That is their best starting 11, right? Many people can say, well, take off Rodrigo for Goulet and that would be their best starting 11. But look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the squad that they played. And look at the way Atletico Madrid set up this game. I'm not going to lie. Simeone today, he cooked with the lineup today. Right? At first, I was skeptical. But really, if Simeone knew how to play against this Real Madrid team. He knew what Madrid's weakness would be in this game. And he exposed it. He absolutely exposed Atletico today. Right? Poor performance today from the team all around. Like, bro, first of all, let's just get straight into the goals, right? First goal, right? The first goal, what happened? What happened to the defense? It was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous goal, right? Amazing start, Atletico. And then what happened? When they were 1-0 up, Alexander Soloth, even before they went 1-0 up, he had a one-on-one miss. He had a few chances in this game today which he missed, right? Few chances. And he was just missing one by one. And like I mentioned, let's just go back to the first goal again, guys, right? Because Den Huijsen, the guy that every one of these Madrid fans were telling me that I should be worried, best defender in the league, all of this stuff. Why was he ducking headers today? My guy wasn't even trying to jump for headers. At no point today did he jump for headers, bro. He was getting beaten from in the air all the time. That first goal, where was he? What was he doing? What was he doing? Then Atletico Madrid, after they went 1-0 up, could have scored 3 goals, bro. Solon was missing sitters in the game. And then, out of nowhere, Kylian Mbappe out of nowhere just gets the equalizer. From nothing. Because before that, they did nothing. They had 0 shots in the whole game before they equalized. And then, Mbappe scores. You're thinking, okay, cool. Annoying, but Mbappe has been cooking this season. And then, out of nowhere, it's 2-4. It's 2-1. Vinicius finds other goal in the box, scores 2-1, and you're thinking, oh, okay, well, this is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if they could impress me, right? But ladies and gentlemen, that is where the impression stopped. Because the next thing they did, ladies and gentlemen, cross comes into the box. Clement Longley, good Lord Almighty. Why do you have your hands up like that for a corner? You're going in for a header and you're putting your hands in front of your face. Dumb. But in the end, it didn't matter because Alexander Soloth crossed into the box, found him, header, free header, straight at the back of the net. And it's 2-2. What a first. This game was entertaining for the neutrals, right? Like derbies usually, you never know what to get. But this derby was 10 out of 10, bro. And then 2-2. We go to halftime. Both teams are going for it. Second half starts. The Atletico Madrid stay on Real Madrid's neck. They stay on their neck, bro. They did not give up. They did not give in. And out of nothing, ladies and gentlemen, Atletico Madrid get a penalty. Surprising. I'm like, bro, Real Madrid getting a penalty against them. Wow, what's going on here? It was it was dumb. It was a dumb kick. I know, I get it. He was going for the ball, but you don't go that high, bro, for a header. Like, come on, that was always going to be a pen. Alvarez steps up, starts it home, 3-2. And bro, after that, they were comfortable. It was comfortable for Atletico Madrid. They kept on going forward. Real Madrid never woke up when they were 3-2 down. They did not wake up at all. And then out of nowhere, Julian Alvarez, bro. My guy scored a free kick that Messi would be proud of. And this is why I keep telling people, and now you know why I keep saying, bro, he needs to be our profile striker. This is the guy that needs to replace Lewandowski next season. He's the only one. He's the only one. Forget Haaland. Forget about all these guys that people try to link to my club. Give me Alvarez. I don't care. 150. I don't care if we spend 150 on him next season, bro. If we get the money, bro, put the money down for him, bro. Because this guy is an elite striker, bro. He is perfect for my club. You understand what I mean, right? Scores an amazing free kick, bro. He absolutely cooked. And you know what's funny? That is finally when Real Madrid finally said, okay, now we're going to wake up from our slumber. They finally decided to wake up. But guess what? They did nothing. They were trying it. They got into the box, started throwing themselves on the floor, trying to get a penalty, trying to get a lifeline. Guess what? No lifelines for you. And guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? The icing on the tasty cake. Antoine Griezmann comes off the bench and then puts the final dagger, right? Late, 95th minute. Antoine Griezmann puts the ball at the back of the net. And ladies and gentlemen, Atletico Madrid won the game 5-2. And ladies and gentlemen, I got what I wanted. I told everyone who was willing to listen. I told everyone. This Real Madrid team, I've seen that they're defensively frail. They're not that good defensively. They are not that good defensively. I repeat, they are not that good defensively. They have not been defensively tested. Today, ladies and gentlemen, they were defensively tested and they failed miserably. Just like they failed in the Club World Cup against PSG. We've now seen Real Madrid play two good teams who have good attacks and they have been absolutely bullied. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you all, ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait for that El Clasico in October. Because if you think what Atletico Madrid did to Real Madrid is bad, these guys better make sure they fix up their defense before then. Because when we roll into town, ladies and gentlemen, you think 4-0 last season was bad? Nah, man, I need my 6. I need my 6, bro. Run back to 2009 El Clasico at the Bernabeu, bro. We're going to absolutely cook them. But ladies and gentlemen, what a Saturday this has been. Oh, I'm loving it, ladies and gentlemen. Barcelona, we're playing tomorrow against Real Sociedad, ladies and gentlemen. You frauds better not let me down, okay? Sociedad are dead food. They are terrible. They are crap. Go out there and do the job. Get the W and go top of the table, ladies and gentlemen, and be the only team in the league undefeated. Madridistas, you guys take this L for the day, ladies and gentlemen. For the week, guys, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are here. You guys are absolutely crap, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be here for the next L, ladies and gentlemen. What a hate watch. And big up to Atletico Madrid for making my Saturday this great, guys. But let me know what you guys are saying about this game in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and whether you're a Barca fan, Madrid fan, whoever fan you are, let me know what you guys think of this performance in the comment section below, guys. I'm actually interested to hear from the Madridistas, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. What's your excuse today for this absolutely stinker of a performance? And by the way, I didn't even mention guys like Bellingham in this game because they were not even worth mentioning, okay? He was so shit, I didn't even mention him because I even forgot he was on the pitch. But yeah, man, big up to every single one of you guys. Smash the like button. Peace. Take care.